curious, how much time and money, as Matthew Pittman, 82 Putnam Street, is put towards letting people know about things like this? Because I'm not sure this really represents much of the community, and I've heard it brought up many times here, council members and people out here talking about involving the community, and it was just mentioned again right there, and it just seems like a little more time can be put towards, and money, and is there money available for that? I have an online company, I do marketing, you have to put things in people's face, and if it was, Sean posted things, it's the only way I found out about this, and it just seems like
we have been very frustrated through this process in terms of the methodologies for making the community aware of what's going on. So it used to be that almost everybody sort of read the newspaper, but nowadays
nobody reads the newspaper.
I agree.
And most people are online, and there are ways. And it doesn't cost a lot of money, but it does cost money. It does cost money to put things in people's face. I know. This is what I do every day. So it doesn't cost a lot of money, though. And is there allocation for that? I mean, can it, because I think you might be surprised.
If I might, we've had this conversation in our office, and I think that getting the word out, just the issue described, I think is one of the hardest and most frustrating things that planners, people who do this professionally, volunteers such as commission members, face all the time. How do you get the word out? You can't knock on 25,000 doors. It's very difficult. What we've tried to do, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you that we've done, the perfect job doing it. What we did is we'd probably be holding this meeting in a much, in a much larger space. We tried to put all of the information associated with this project online. It's at the city's website. Now, if people don't go to the website and look around, they're not going to find it. But we've tried as best we can to put, there have been a whole series of discussion papers that the commission has gotten. Those have gone up online. The draft plan is up online. So we've tried to use as best we can the city's website as a means of communication. We've tried to, we've sent out press releases. You're right, people don't read the newspapers like they used to.
Getting the newspaper to print
right, is difficult. A couple of the online papers have ran the press releases, which was good. We tried to get the word out. We sent out the press release to any number of organizations in town, the Chamber of Commerce, I think Bristol Community Organization, a number of other organizations.
Can you use the school messaging thing?
Everybody has text today.
Yeah. Well, the part of that is like getting people to, if people, if you will, I guess, sign up. I mean, my knowledge of technology is not always the most advanced. I think there are ways to do it. I think we would certainly encourage, any ideas of how best to get that, get people to come out. I think we're open to those suggestions. Having said that, when your budget is limited, anything that you can do at low or no cost is it's government, and government doesn't like to spend people's money.
Well, and that's my point. My point was, is there money that is allocated towards that, or is it just strictly right now? It's whatever we can do for free to let people know, because that's not going to work. To get it out. Again, I do this, so, and I can't help. I can help, but it does take some money. Not a lot of money, but there's things like Facebook. A lot of people are on Facebook, and you could target this town only. But it costs money. It's not a lot of money, but it costs some money to do that. And you could let everybody know that is on Facebook, that lives in Bristol, it will appear on their page. That's just one method. But the texting one through the schools is a great idea, actually, because I get them all the time. I have kids in school. Wow, that's every single parent that that gets those alerts instantly will know. And that's, that's true. I mean, really. Wow.
I think the only thing I wanted to add to the whole thing is that, because you were talking about some issues related to time, the wrap-up slide, in essence, that I had is that this input and feedback is really important for us, and we'll investigate or talk about other ways to approach this. But we are under a bit of a time deadline here, in the sense that the statutes require that Bristol that come July 1 of 2015, if Bristol has a plan which is more than 10 years old, and our current plan was adopted in the year 2000, so we're already almost 15 years old, all right? That if we have a plan that's more than 10 years old, we're ineligible as a community for state discretionary grants. We don't want that to happen. If we're going to get grants for rehab, or if we're going to try to preserve open space, or we're going to try to fix our catch basins or do other stuff, we don't want to miss that deadline.